ways to try to help the people of India. This is, again, this is about oxygen, but this is also about food. This is about poverty. This is about people having their lives stolen from them. And, you know, and Dr. Nitu, I have friends who are here in the United States who are, you know, I mean, they have great lives here in the United States. They're affluent. They have cousins. They have family in India that are fighting for their lives right now.
Absolutely.
And it's heartbreaking.
And 3 of my friends who are doctors have just passed in different hospitals in India, you know. So it just shows how virulent the virus is. And 2 of them have had the vaccine. So the viral load, the different strains are so, you know, until everybody gets vaccinated, the numbers of variants really keeps climbing, because, you know, that's what the virus does. It wants to just multiply. It's not got any devious plan, but that's the job of the virus. It wants to multiply, and so it mutates. And so it's really quite hard, especially the fact that, you know, you don't have the money to bury or cremate your relative. That has been particularly hard. About 60 bodies have been washed up on the shores of the Ganges yesterday, because, you know, poor people, they don't know what to do, and there's so much of stigma. And the villages, it's hitting the villages now, and they don't even know what COVID is. They have no idea, you know. So it's very, very difficult situation. And so when they're out of money, this is what these charity organizations are doing, is feeding them, you know, just giving them something so that they can, you know, they're literally reliant on selling, you know, on the street, food and things. And if there's a lockdown, then they can't do that. So if they can't do that, they can't feed their children, or they can't feed themselves.
Wow.
It is, have you ever been to India, Will?
I've never actually been to India.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law is Indian, and my brother spent quite a bit of time in India, actually.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful country, and people just love it. And, you know, I love it. And it's got so much of vibrancy. And once you go, people fall in love with the country. But there is a lot of inequality as well. And so, you know, everything that we can all do to improve people's standards makes such a difference. And this sort of crisis has never been seen before, never, you know. And so I think what you're doing is really kind. And, you know, I don't want to, you know, you do have some, I think it's important to still celebrate, you know, your great success. I think it is important for everybody to not have to realize that we have also been through a difficult pandemic, you know, in the US and in the UK. Yes, India is burning, but we shouldn't feel that, you know, we are so privileged. We are privileged, of course we are, but, you know, we should also acknowledge that a lot of people in these countries also have suffered, have lost people. And so, you know, and also there are things always to celebrate. Just because you're celebrating your book doesn't mean you're not crying for people who have, you know, are suffering. I think that's important to understand as well, because people often feel, oh, I shouldn't celebrate anything. And that's wrong. You know, you have worked really hard. You have really achieved a lot with your book. You're changing people's lives, and that's important too, you know.
Well, I just think that, you know, at the end of the day, these are brothers and sisters. I have love for all human beings, and that, you know, this is an opportunity for us to try to take any positive energy that's coming from the celebration of the book a year later, and try to parlay that and transform that into something really good. And I'm very proud of you guys who have been donating. We are up to 26 donations right here.
I know, that's amazing.
$600 raised in the first 15 minutes of this live. You guys are amazing. That means that we are pushing $3,000 in terms of total donations from the Fiber Fueled family. Keep it in mind, you guys, this charity, Chana Chai, that is pinned here at the bottom, from Dr. Nitu. And Dr. Nitu, I thank you for coming and talking to us about this. It's so important. Are
you happy if I leave you to celebrate now? Because
I think that's okay.
Lovely. And do celebrate, because it's really important. But at the same time, yes, if all your followers can donate anything, remember $1 is, you know, something like 50 rupees, which is a lot. So anything, even a cup of coffee, the worth of you know, what you would buy a coffee, that amount of money is still going to make a change and feed people the whole day. Take care.
Thank you, Nitu.
And happy birthday. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a collective deep breath. I know that's heavy. It feels a little silly to celebrate, but at the same time, you know, I think that there's something to be said for lifting up the people of India. That's what we're trying to do here, and there's nothing wrong with positivity and having some fun, and at the same time, we're trying to raise money. And we have done, I think, a really good job. We're over $600 here in the first 18 minutes. Let me take a quick moment. We have a surprise guest coming in like 2 minutes. I have no clue. I'm serious. I have no clue who it's going to be. And so I have a couple quick announcements to talk about before the first surprise guest arrives. So first of all, there are some fun things that are happening with this party that we're doing. In fact, we're going to have a contest happening in a little bit. And so if you want to be a part of the contest, you're going to want to download the resources for this party. There's a resource page that was created. You can find it if you link through my profile. So if you need to step away to go do that, you can link through my profile for resources from the book. And in there are party favors related to this party. All right, so my team has put that together. One of the things that they have put together is this, the turmeric cooler. All right, so now this is my turmeric orange cooler. It's a mocktail, and so no alcohol in here. Delicious, by the way. Here's how we do it, okay? Now the recipe, oh, that's good. The recipe is completely there in the resource kit, so you don't need to memorize this, but if you want to, you can. Here's what you do. This is 1 cup of water, 3 peeled medium-sized oranges, a half a cup of peeled and chopped carrots, 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, and of course, a pinch of black pepper. We always put black pepper with the turmeric, okay? So that's what you do, all right? So a cup of water, 3 peeled medium-sized oranges, a half a cup of peeled and chopped carrots, 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. And you put it into a blender and you buzz, and then you strain it, all right? And you get your turmeric cooler. Now, I believe that there's going to be someone arriving any minute. I really don't know who is coming. I'm being totally serious. They told me that someone is coming at 8:20 p.m. Eastern time to join the party. And so if you are the secret guest, let me know so that I can let you into the party, because I have no clue who the secret guest is. It would be very hard for me to drink and type it. The link for the recipe is available to everyone. You can get it now, you can get it later. The link to the recipe is available through the link in my profile for the Fiber Fueled Resources page, okay? So we're up to 33 donations, $740 raised. We're well north of $3,000 from the Fiber Fueled family going to India so far. You guys are amazing. I love it. You're wonderful. Make me so proud. So, and I'm waiting to see who is the special person who's coming in, because I have honestly no clue who it is. Identify yourself. Who are you? Is it the Shirzais? Let me see. I think it might be the Shirzais. Is it the Shirzais?
Hey,
is it you?
Hey.
Are you the special guest?
Yes. I think we are. That's I hope so. How are you?
We were that special, but yeah, we were.
Congratulations, Will.
It's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
We're celebrating this beautiful book today, and we're so excited that it has helped so many people, and the message is just spreading like fire. So excited for you.
It's
like fiber fuel.
It's one of the only. I mean, it's remarkable. It's science-based, but it's also approachable. And from our population, we're hearing it from. It's so crazy that every time we're getting in a group or gathering, or, you know, the last time we were with 7,000 people, how often are they talking about this book?
All the time.
Everybody's talking about the book.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kind of jealous. It's like they're like, so this is probably the most talked about book in our forums.
We have a couple of.
We need to call a timeout on that, because Dean, you should not be jealous. Your book, The 30-Day Alzheimer's Solution, is amazing. It is amazing. That is my favorite cookbook that I've come across in the last 6 months. If it's fair to call it a cookbook, I mean, it's also teaching diet and lifestyle for optimal brain health. But it means a lot for you guys to say this. And by the way, I don't know if you're seeing the chat box, but people started freaking out when they realized that the Shirzais were in the house.
Hi guys.
Yes.
So
hi,
people are very excited. You have a lot of fans here.
Oh no, we love them so much.
We're calling from our clinic.
I know. We're in our scrap. Sorry.
Yeah, and truly, you're a family. This whole community is family to us. You're making such a big difference.
You really are.
You work in the clinics. We work in the clinics, and the effect that something like this, a book like yours, has. And this is not reciprocation. It's not the mutual, reciprocation society. It truly mean it. It's a very science-based, applicable concept, and those two things matter to us.
Mm-hmm.
Esoteric science being thrown around in big meetings mean nothing if it's not being applied to people's homes and people's lives. It absolutely means nothing. We're not in this field for a self-aggrandizement or selling ourselves or selling vitamins. It's about truly making a difference in a way where people can find themselves in that journey. And this book allows people to find themselves remarkably.
It's such a gift, and I personally know a lot of people who have benefited from it. I myself have learned so much, and the way you've communicated the science is exemplary. So thank you for this gift to the world, and thank you for helping so many people. I just absolutely love it.
I want to make sure that you don't have to speak on our about this is really truly about your book. So it's and if you go to Amazon and read those reviews,
yeah,
they're mind-blowing. And so now we're very, very proud of being with this, in this journey with you.
We're so happy for you. Well, congratulations.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is unbelievable. This is like, they told me it would be special. They told me that there would be some great people showing up, and it's such a treat to have you guys here. And it really means a lot, because I have such great respect for you. And
likewise. Thank you so much for doing this. And I also wanted to thank you for using this platform and this occasion to raise awareness and money for such an important issue.
Yeah.
And on our, I think it's silly to talk about gut health, and it's silly to talk about brain health and not address what's going on in our planet on a daily basis. And for you to fundraise for India, for people who need it, it's so beautiful. Thank you for doing that. And I hope people can join in against this effort to help people in India. I actually lived in India for 5 years. Let me just say, tell you a story. When I was
Talk to us about that. Tell us a little bit about that.
So my father used to work for the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, and we traveled quite a bit. And when I was 8 years old, we went to India, and we lived there for 5 years. And my dad said, I'm not going to send you to an international school. You're going to go to the local school. You're going to learn the language. You're going to get used to the environment and the culture. And I think that was one of the best gifts he ever gave us. So India is close to my heart. It's my second home. And to see what people are going through is really painful. And I'm so happy that we're all talking about it.
Yeah, this is Aisha's is a polyglot. She speaks 5 languages, and she's a cook, and she sings, and she's a scientist. I'm here just for the beard and the mustache, but
you make the beard and the mustache look good.
I don't know, but
it's like Tom Selleck level.
No, I don't know about that. You know what the funny thing is? Because my patient group is 60 and above, right? This new show, Blue Bloods, where Tom Selleck is. Every conversation seems to be about that.
Really?
For some reason. Yeah. Nonetheless,
he's very popular with the women. He's very popular.
Definitely.
It continues to be.
Definitely. No, but as Aisha said, No, no. As Aisha said, you know, we want to make a difference in the communities, but also the greater perspective of how we approach the planet, the world. And you and I, and we have had many conversations, haven't we? And quickly, within 20 minutes, becomes much deeper, much, you know, much more rich conversation. So we love you for the bigger picture that you have when it comes to lifestyle, but also how we approach everybody else around the world.
Thank you for your beautiful platform. Thank you for your message. Thank you for this beautiful book. And my gosh, I'm so excited for, you know, what the future holds for you and for all of us together.
Absolutely.
We just crossed over $1,000 in donations, you guys. This is amazing. We have 40 donors, which it makes me even more excited, because this is not about like one person making a massive donation. This is about us collectively as a family working together and pulling